lying to you. I mean, they're always lying to you. If I could get in so much trouble for just telling the truth. Cause remember when gangster rap was so motherfucking politically incorrect? When somebody would like lose their deal if they cursed and shit. Now what somebody would lose their deal for? If they tell the truth. So that means they all been lying to you. They've been lying to you. But we ain't gonna take this shit no more.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
Okay. I had found enlightenment. I had become a Buddha, an awoken one. The mind has a terrible enemy. His name is T.L.R, and he seeks to tempt and destroy. If I did not fear death, death had no power. Watching the moon that long night, I slowly understood that the way to avoid suffering is to free yourself from wanting anyone or anything, and to be ready always to give and receive. I had found enlightenment. I had become a Buddha. Okay, ready? I'm gonna be.
Bitch on the ride of my day like a Mustang. I got a watch on my wrist, is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I see my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yo, it's your boy Light Buddha Mike back at it again with another TikTok live reaction for the fam. What it do? How's everybody out there in YouTube land? Hopefully y'all doing good on this Saturday, day of rest. And may the lights guide you. Moving. Gonna get right down to it. Appreciate y'all for doing what you doing. That's showing up. A lot of people don't show up. You know what I'm saying? But they do show out. They just don't show up. Angela, yo, notification squad in the building. DJ in the building. Get it.
Now, I've also been telling you that human beings. That means if you're human beings. I don't know if you're your first time watching me or not, but human beings are people that are Caucasian, Asians, Mexicans, Dravidians, and Arabs. All right. I've never talked down on y'all. Y'all just can't accept the truth. Listen, if you listen to me, if you really listen to what I'm telling you, I've been telling you that you were created by Zeus, and that you were made in our image, and that we reverse engineered the technology that Zeus did for you. So at the end of the day, we are y'all gods, and y'all supposed to actually pray to us. Y'all are supposed to worship us, and y'all supposed to, right, come on our side. And the human beings I'm talking to specifically are you poor and middle class white people, and Mexicans, and Arabs, and Dravidians. You know, y'all know who y'all is. The ones that walk amongst us every day, that we see every day. You know what I'm saying? The ones that they make us think it's y'all. But y'all don't really run shit. You see what I'm saying? Right now, in the country, like no bullshit. This is the time, if you are a human being and you're not racist, you need, hear me clearly, I'm warning y'all. It don't matter if you delete the live, y'all, none of that matters right now. All right? My vibration is going to be felt through the planet whether I go live or not. All right? I am everything. Air, wind, fire, earth, everything. And so are these gods and these goddesses. Hear me clearly. We are at this point right now, right? Where you no longer have all that commenting shit about who's racist and who's not. It really doesn't matter. It's about where your vibration at. So if you are a human being, you know what the fuck your ancestors did, right? And a lot of you human beings don't know. A lot of you human beings do not know that they don't give a fuck about you neither. All right? Hear me clearly. A lot of you white people that are middle class and poor whites, you don't understand that they don't give a fuck about you neither. And that's what you need to understand. All right? You need to understand that. You need to understand that you've been lied to as well. And you've been tricked, right? Into casting this hatred toward us carbonated beings. You've been lied to and told that this is your country, this is your land, the whole nine, to keep the whole bullshit race war going, all right? All right, now, when you hear these black people and these Latino people be aggressive, it makes you feel like they're racist, right? Y'all get scared. Y'all do get scared, nigga. Soon as Black Lives Matter came, y'all came with All Lives Matter, nigga. I just seen a sign 3 weeks ago said White Lives Matter. So look, anytime through history where there's any gathering of what you would like to call Negroes, African American Negroes, and Latin Americans, y'all get nervous and y'all call us racist. We're giving hate speech. I mean, y'all, that's why y'all fact check everything on fucking Facebook and Instagram. Anytime somebody with carbon in their skin, black or Latino, put any real history out there, it's fact checked, or they get blocked, or they get like deemed as a racist. I never understood how somebody black or Latino could be racist when we speaking about the injustices done against us. That always just went way over my head. Like, I never got that. Like, damn, you whipping a motherfucker ass, and once a nigga say, hey, it hurts that you're kicking my ass, he's deemed a racist? Do you know when I get on here and speak, you know why I speak, America, y'all know why I speak with so much motherfucking aggression and passion, because y'all bitch ass took everything from us, fam. All right? Y'all took everything from us, fam. And then, like, far as white people, I got a few white friends. But, like, I don't honestly be, like I say, me and my species, we honestly don't be having an issue with white people. It be more so y'all have an issue with us. A lot of white women be jealous of the black and Latino women, so y'all want to sit in the sun all day, you know what I'm saying, and try to get y'all skin like theirs, and then y'all be jealous of them instead of just admiring them and telling them you wish you had what they had. A lot of white men do the same shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see anybody with intelligence, y'all get nervous, y'all want to lie on them, or y'all want to push them out, or try to blackball them out of any corporate situation, or whatever, at the job. It don't matter, right? So, like, what I'm trying to tell you, I'm on this is like where we at in the country right now. Y'all ain't got no, white people, y'all don't have no choice but to get this shit tonight. Period. You don't have a choice. Listen, man. Those the rich white people do not give a fuck about you white people that are in the poor class and considered middle class. You ain't shit to them. That's what you need to recognize. You're not nothing but motherfucking bait, nigga, to be honest with you. All right? You need to recognize that, clearly. You need to recognize that, all right? They don't give a fuck about you neither. They don't give a fuck about you neither. Okay? Listen, man. Y'all got to get this shit down here together. Listen, y'all have to get this together down here on this planet. I am warning you all as a whole, because there's something way bigger coming than all this even bullshit that they even showing you with the police killing motherfucker. Listen. I've been telling y'all a long time I'm Noah, all right? Okay, if I've been saying I'm Noah cracking jokes, what was Noah preparing everybody for? A flood, right? Okay, so, listen, we don't have time anymore. You don't have time anymore down here to be disagreeing with each other. Black, white, well, at least your poor whites and your middle class whites, right? You need to pay attention to what your ancestors did and why they was helping black people get away. Because the middle class was not created until the rich white people realized that if we don't give those little poor white motherfuckers some type of little leeway, they're going to side with those black people, and all hell going to break loose. All right? So that's when they created the middle class, and they gave that to you white people to make you feel, and gave you a little more land and told you keep those niggas off your property. Because before they gave you that, you was helping niggas. You was hiding niggas in your house. Let's not forget that part of history. Y'all was hiding white people. I'm talking about poor white people. Because y'all are generationally poor. This shit ain't just starting. All of you poor middle class white people, y'all they gotta go to work. Why you gotta go to work? Because your ass poor. You come out of poor white family. Y'all got a little bit more, but you ain't up there with them elites, you're not one of the royals, it don't fucking matter. Now, you can get caught up in this race war and help these elites, all right, fight against these blacks and these Latinos, and you're going to get your ass kicked because you're not going to even have a chance because the planet is fighting back against all these people, all right? So, all my poor white people and middle class white people, before I keep going on tonight, if y'all watching, because y'all be in the crowd, watch it like a motherfucker. Y'all need to go ahead, come on back home, understand who y'all gods is, man. You ain't even got to understand that much. At this point, what y'all need to do is know that it's a real life World War III is brewing. It ain't even, it fuck brewing, it's already in motion. And this is a war that America is not going to win.
Get it.
What's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well. It's July 23rd, 2026, and we have another earthquake to report. This one came off of the coast of Texas, right around the Panhandle area. It was around a 5.0, 5.2, somewhere in that range, depending on where you're getting your data. Now, this is no surprise to us because we have been warning people that the earthquakes, the floods, the fires are going to continue, and we here believe that it's based off of what's happening with our sun or the returning of another planetary objects. There's something going on with our solar activity, and there is a correlation being connected between the solar events and then all of the climate events that are happening on the planet right now, whether it's the earthquakes, the floods, the fires, the droughts. It's all seemingly connected to the energy influx that's coming from the sun. Whether you believe the sun is out there in the sky, whether you think it's 93 million miles away, or you think it's here inside of our dome, or you think it's coming up from the ground like the black hole sun. Shout out Chris Cornell and Soundgarden. But it doesn't matter because the event is taking place. Our emotional response and how we get through the event, that's what's going to matter. Our perspective, how we treat each other, our frequency, our vibration, that's going to matter. Let the mystery be revealed. Like, enjoy still learning and having such magical events be revealed in divine time. But what we are not going to argue anymore is that it is a major event taking place on the planet, and that you do need to be preparing in some capacity. Okay, you can go the prepper route, you can get a bug out bag, and you can get all that kind of stuff, and I recommend it. I recommend having your secure documents in a bug out bag and having some food and water and stuff like that. Have your car packed, have extra fuel on hand. All that kind of stuff is great. But I promise you, if you do not have your temple ready, if you do not have your heart and your mind ready, no amount of prep, no amount of crypto, no amount of money stacked up is going to do anything for you if you're not on the right frequency. If you're not on the right timeline, you're going to be trapped, and all those supplies are going to be useless. They really are. So you can do all the prep stuff, and we talk about that kind of stuff, but I'm going to tell you right now what my biggest recommendation is. Get the living temple and your aura prepped, and that's going to be about mineral intake. That's going to be about your diet. That's going to be about meditation and grounding. That's going to be about getting proper rest, getting a proper amount of this sunshine in healthy ways. You know, if you're fair skinned, get shade, things like that. Go to the pool. I don't recommend any kind of creams or ointments or anything like that. If you do, go as organic and natural as you can. All right, there are reports going on right now that they're starting to admit that a lot of these sunscreens and things like that could potentially be linked to carcinogens and cancer symptoms. So just, you know, protect yourself, but do it as naturally and as basic as possible. Okay. But you want to be focused on getting the electromagnetism around you as strong as possible. It's called your aura, your torus field, your Merkaba in some cultures. It is a real thing that science has proven that can be played with and manipulated with frequency. Well, if the sun or whatever is causing all of this frequency disruption, and we have all of the weakened electromagnetosphere on the earth, well, then you want your electromagnetosphere to be as strong as it can. And so diet, meditation, grounding, minerals, fasting is a big one. Learn about the sacred secretion meditation. Learn about how the fact that once a month you have a literal metaphysical seed that is birthed inside of you, that there's a process to nurture it and return it to its home, its heaven. So learn about that process, the sacred secretion meditation. And then, guys, start living the life that you deserve, okay? Start embodying the type of person, the Christ that you want to be, right? And embody it. Start living it. Don't worry about outside judgment, you know? Start being service to others. Start being the change that you keep waiting to happen outside of yourself, okay? You do that and let the old world collapse and crumble. You focused on your health, you focus on being service to others, the detox and the parasite cleanses, those kind of things are within your control. The earthquakes, the fires, the floods, all that stuff, it's going to happen. The old world has to collapse. It has to be destroyed in order for New Earth, New Jerusalem, whatever you want to call it, 5D, to present itself. So do not get lost in the destruction of the old world. You focus on being a part of the construction of a new world, okay? Everyone else, let them be a part of the destruction. Don't worry about trying to save anyone. Save yourself. That's your responsibility, and then be service to others. I love you guys. Please take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. Take your minerals, and I'll see you on the other side. Break on through.
Mm-hmm. So you gotta be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Ooh, shit. So what's this about the hospital and who was it, Sage? Hopefully Oni's doing good. Prayers out to Oni Sage. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't exactly sure, but yeah, still praying. Yeah, I only caught like one sentence from. All right, keep moving in.
As we head into this new galactic year, this new red galactic moon year, it is going to be important that we come together and we advocate for the streams, for the rivers, the oceans, the ponds, because this is about purification, making sure that we are building a healthy relationship with water, making sure that we are staying hydrated, making sure that we are building a healthy life and a healthy connection with the plants. Comment below and tell me, how are you preparing for this new cycle that we are heading into? And if you want to learn more about the 13 Moon 28 frequency, please follow my page. And remember, the only way out is in. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Get it.
To piece all this together, Emancipation Proclamation was signed 1863. How was they still fighting native tribes in 1876? Because, like I told you, the Emancipation Proclamation signed us into slavery, and then you still had other tribes that was not going for this shit. With the Sioux tribe, the Lakota division of the Sioux tribe, which is the division that Crazy Horse was the war chief of, was the Lakota division. They wasn't trying to honor shit. They're like, man, we know what's going on. All the tribes wasn't with that. Anyway, when they did the Emancipation Proclamation, all the tribes ain't go for that. So they still had to war with us. Okay? Some of the tribes gave in. A lot of tribes didn't. Crazy Horse tribe was one of them. Right? They feared Crazy Horse because he was so fearless. He was so brave. And he gave them hell. He beat them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need that letter. Let me see if I got.
Another motherfucking thing. I made videos a few months back speaking about Rashad Jamal, when the man got jammed up, all the motherfuckers switch up to that and the third. You stop seeing the spiritual videos, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like Rare Archives and a lot of other motherfuckers, even including this man wife. I been saying like, but why she don't move like no wife who got a husband incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? He wrong. If you feel like he wrongfully convicted, man, this bitch out here bopping off on the next, man, bro. Listen, we been knew that though, cause listen here, Rashad Jamal spent most of his time in front of a camera. See what I'm saying? So, you know, cuz barely had time to probably get up in there, know what I'm saying? But back to the real shit. Listen, y'all motherfuckers, I been screaming, the motherfuckers switched up. Everybody who's screaming they were going to the court cases, court dates and all this extra shit. Man, listen here, man, listen. You can do all that. But where the fuck you gonna be at doing that long ride? Where you gonna be at doing that long ride? Nowhere to be motherfucking found. Everybody switch up on you when you go to jail. Everybody switch up on you. You have a selective few that's gonna hold that shit down, and that's your immediate family. That's it. Your immediate family, and then guess what? This man's wife is supposed to be his immediate family. She can't trust motherfucking soul, boy.
Cold-blooded. That's the cold-blooded work right there. Cold-blooded. Y'all like this, folks? Keep going. Go. Like, I like it. Two-man choose to coming on. Shit, we keep it moving. More on our brother.
So you mean to tell me that all the earthquakes and everything that's going on is not what they taught us in school, which is tectonic plates moving? Instead, it's a fucking big ass dragon, snake, serpentine out in the ocean bouncing its ass at full speed. That's really what it is. Now y'all kind of got me fucked up because last year y'all had this whole thing. It was just a bunch of conspiracies last year. One of them I fell for was the Anunnaki coming back. I thought. Listen, when y'all said they was tapping onto the Roku TVs, I left my Roku on all day and all night. As we can see, I'm still here. It was a fucking lie. So my question is, if the Leviathan is out west and, you know, I'm over here on the East Coast, what does that entail for me? You know, what do I need to do to get prepared? Is he going to suck me up from the front or the back? Let me know. Should I go ahead? Like, what should I do? Like, I'm just tired of all the false hope. Like, is it coming to eat us up or fucking what? Hurry up. Goddamn, y'all always coming out with something and it never fucking happened. I want this to happen.
Let's get back to it then.
So just yesterday, there was a 5.0 magnitude earthquake in Texas. And for those of you that's been following me, you seen the FIFA video where I put it out and I told you certain stuff was about to shake and certain stuff was about to be underwater. And don't say I didn't just tell you this. Now, let's talk about it.
A 5.1 magnitude, that kind of shaking would be significant anywhere, even in California. Having said that, this is going to be, you see Amarillo, Interstate 40, the old Route 66. It's just...
Whoa. The old Route what?
The old Route 66 is just...
I thought he said the old Route 66. Now, didn't I just tell you in that FIFA video? Hold on. Watch. After Hollywood floats out the way, Route 66, historic Route 66, is on the move. It's going to move, you guys. Pay attention. Now, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I just tell y'all that this was coming?
Having said that, this is going to be, you see Amarillo, Interstate 40, the old Route 66. It's just the old Route 66.
Hey, we got to chime in on that one. Hey, The boy was hitting that bell, right? Can't even get mad at him. That just means the Route 66 ain't gonna connect to nothing no more than it used to. You know what I'm saying? Since it's gonna get separated by water anyway. I wonder when the water really decreases and increases. That'll be nice. Get all that information. Keep going. You might have some more.
Nolan Wells. Y'all haven't heard me speak about that situation yet. But what if I told you Nolan Wells, LeBron James, and where LeBron James chose to go play all had something to do with each other? Now, let's talk about it on my next video. Y'all better keep up with me, because I'm about to drop some gems.
Man, I should have watched that video. I could have got the other one. Huh? My bad, y'all. Keep moving. On Levi.
I don't even know if you heard about it or not, but yeah, Arcades basically said that 607 Unc was the new leader of the spiritual community. 4 hours ago, there was a post that was made on Instagram on 607 Unc's page where you can clearly see that he's interviewing Arcades. And the title of this clip video would be that Rashad Jamal is fake.
Rashad Jamal, Rashad Jamal, but I see just fakeness in real life. Like, no, because I was gonna go down as a rabbit hole and say I ain't gonna lie, he probably was that type of person. He probably did it in his life. You get?
This is just, hey yo, this is the same way how it was when the Nature Boy documentaries dropped. But this is the same dude that had a lot to say about Rashad Jamal.
Crazy. Let me see. Salih, brother, what's up? Where y'all from? But yeah, man, free the brother, man. We need St. Louis, all shit. Pittsburgh, bro. Y'all all over the place, bro. I'm all the way in Charleston, South Carolina. You know, we got them Geechee Gullah ancestors, but sheesh. Yo.
The same person that was saying to free Rashad Jamal. It's crazy because I know you recall hearing Arcades making songs about Rashad Jamal in support of Rashad Jamal, but to hear him say that 607 Unc is the new leader of the spiritual community, that's the part that had me thrown off.
607 Unc. I say he's the new spiritual leader right now. You know, 607 Unc. I say he's the new spiritual leader right now. You know?
Wait, so the same dude that was supporting Rashad Jamal had everything to say about Rashad Jamal, a strong advocate for Rashad Jamal. You mean to tell me 5 months prior to now that he was saying that 607 Unc was going to be the new leader of the spiritual community? Just like the dude Rail Chosen, as much as what Rail Chosen was a big supporter when it came down to Rashad Jamal. Ironically, you can go to his TikTok page and see for yourself. A couple weeks ago, him along with Arcades sit with 607 Unc, the person who Arcades said that, you know, he's the new spiritual leader. They sitting there and watch the Rashad Jamal documentary.
Life protection and keeping that energy away. Crystals can help do a lot of things, especially with copper. Life protection and keeping that energy away.
So now do you understand what I was saying from my first video when I stated that Rashad Jamal, he always spoke about the FBI, you know, and different people, you know, going to, you know, take him out, or they was on the case. They wanted to take him down. They wanted to lock him up because of the message that he was mass communicating. Just think now, with the position that 607 Unc has now, along with Rail Chosen and Arcades. Two dudes that's cool with 607 Unc, a person who Rashad Jamal didn't like. He wrote letters and then stressed that, you know, he basically was an op to the University of Cosmic Intelligence. And let's not forget about 607 Unc and his affiliation with Adam 22, the No Jumper podcast, the amount of times that he actually went on the Adam 22 No Jumper podcast. And then think about the Zeus Network. Because I know that this guy right here is not Adam 20. I know he's not Adam 22. But I'm just saying in reference, just think about this now. Rail Chosen and Arcades both has been very close to 607 Unc, a person who Arcades considers as being the new spiritual leader. So I wonder if the whole time, if they expected for Rashad Jamal to have them on, their platforms, because I'm pretty sure that everybody noticed at the time that Rashad Jamal got locked up, boy, the numbers on their pages went crazy. I wonder if there was like some type of plan that took place, like some grand scheme behind all of this right here, aside from what people may even believe about the FBI and the government. Because you do know now that, these guys that are streaming it and that have these platforms, they got hell of an influence, hell of a centrifugal force when it come down to the viewers, especially younger viewers.
Right, bro, we got to get right to the point.
He locked up for touching kids.
Okay, so he touched the kid, gang.
He didn't touch the kid. You can't disrespect no guy like that. You don't even know if he did it.
Gang, I'm for them to lock him up, gang. He had to.
Told about the girl.
I understand that, but I ain't trying to hear all that, gang.
So when Rashad Jamal called into the 607 Unc podcast, he called, from prison. But the theme of the show, I don't think that Rashad expected for things to take place the way that it did on 607 Unc's podcast.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Angela. I don't know. But I know they snaking him. And this the same nigga that we've been listening to for the longest, who's saying this nigga about to be the new 607 Up. Look, here, I'm gonna play it real quick. Y'all already know. We was playing this nigga shit longest. Disappointing.
When God wants to make a man powerful, he don't crown him first, he breaks him. First, he strips away.
Free Rashad Jamal, they gave him 16 fucking years for waking the world up and exposing the elites, they wasn't fair. He taught a lot of spiritual things that most niggas never knew about this fucked up ass world, like what else was he supposed to do? He united the black community, something most of y'all can't do, but people steady hating on him. What the fuck, like I'm confused. His baby mama didn't wanna see him win, so she framed him. There was no proof, just a hearsay, they so shameful. Child molestation, they hit black leaders with the same thing to ruin our image, turn our people on us, then chain gang. How come y'all don't see this? This been happening for years. I'm tired of shit like this, that's why I'm never motherfucking scared. Free Rashad till it's backwards. He was preaching like a fucking pastor. I know he missed his family. This whole world is a fucking disaster. Talking about child molestation, bitch, what about Epstein? And that list they stole free.
Shit for a long time. Long time. Just like they try to say Michael Jackson, yeah, and then believe it, evil always goes after truth tellers. What it is too. Once they see the light and they in the darkness and shit and they doing all they shit, and once somebody shine a little bit of that light on them, it's not all right with them. You know what I mean? Them people is up. And when it's stuck, well, when it's up, it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Them people like that. They getting into action. Shit, let's keep it cracking, Keep it cracking.
Yo, somebody's been lying, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. Ain't nothing slick to a can of oil. Would you believe me if I told you that they erased women out of history? Would you believe me if I told you that they erased the melanated divinity out of history? And that America is the land of the true Christ? And Mary, the children of Mary, the great mother who gave birth to the enlightened ones? Watch this. But that which adds happiness to all the rest is the helpfulness of the place, where they look upon it as a great mortality if 2 or 3 die out of a town in a year's time. Moreover, you shall scarce see a house, but the south side is begirt with hives of bees, which increase after an incredible manner. So if there be any terrestrial Canaan, 'tis surely here, where the land floweth with milk and honey. And what is Canaan? The promised land to the children of Israel, the land of the true Christ, the consciousness, where we spoke words that were near unto Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, and there's no denying the connections. The truth is hidden in plain sight, obelisk square, and lo and behold, the truth right in front of your face. Genesis chapter 1 verse 14, and God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs." And the stars have been amazing signs for me when searching for the truth. The Milky Way plays an extremely big role in proving what this land truly is. With that being said, it's important to note that Arches National Park in Utah is the world's best location for viewing the Milky Way. The view of the Milky Way is important because the ancients would use Orion and Cygnus as key guides for the path of souls. Orion would guide these souls through the sky, leading them to Cygnus, which represents the plane of the Milky Way. The path of souls exists in America, which is also known to the Egyptians as the land of Amenti, where their ancestors went to rest. In this ancient land, the Northern Kingdom, you will also find the constellation Cancer. Cancer is visible in both hemispheres, but the further south you are, the more north Cancer's position will be. Now pay attention to the signs that were provided by the Most High. The connection between Cancer and the Milky Way will complete the puzzle of hidden truth. In order to make this connection, we must first speak about what is found in the constellation itself. Within the constellation of Cancer, there exists an open star cluster known as the Beehive Cluster. The Beehive Cluster is also known as Precept, which is Latin for manger. And what was Christ born in? Christ was born in a manger. Now that we know the basics of the Milky Way and the Beehive Cluster, these details are what make the land of milk and honey within the sky. The Milky Way is the milk, the Beehive Cluster is the honey, the land of milk and honey. As above, so below. This is the land of the true Christ. The three magi followed the North Star in order to pay homage to Christ, who was born in a manger. Alright? And as we know, Ursa Major, or the Big Dipper, leads you directly to the North Star. And there's no coincidence that Ursa Major is depicted on the California flag to let you know that this is the Northern Kingdom. Because north is to the left when facing the rising sun. North to the left when one faces the rising sun. We also find this truth through the tales of Ekchua, who is referred to as the Black Christ. The Black Christ. And Christ and his earliest followers, evidence demonstrates, were called Israelites, who would have spoke both Hebrew and Aramaic. And according to the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3, verse 9, "For then I will turn to the people a pure language." Ancient America. And if our theory is true, not only have the Israelites walked the land where the sun bestows his last smile, but another nation in which we retain the primitive language of the Diluvian world previously trod. And if English is full of spells and curses, what do you think that pure tongue is?
But fact. But he did study with Buddha, so it makes a lot of sense now. Why I'm so much attracted to this sort of information. Yeah, you just gotta follow the light, y'all. The light guides you to the right direction. You follow the light, show you the way.
for the Lakers, had a sacrifice, was sacrificed. But before that, he also had a scandal. You remember the graping charges? Y'all forgot about that, didn't you, LA? But no, Mamba had that. Now, LBJ doesn't want that. He still has to give up his sacrifice. And he needs his little ones to know that you get to stay over here in California, where all of these earthquakes are happening, while I go over here to the East Coast. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Okay? Because I've already warned you what was coming to Cali. And I'm telling you that that certain somebody just left his family in Cali. His sacrifice has to be big. And it's not just going to be one. It'll be them both. But as always, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. None of what I said is true. It's all facts. I just made it up. Fun stuff to talk about. Scripted. I told you. I'm trying to be a great producer like Spielberg. Only better.
Hey man, he's been doing a good job too. There's a huge monument out there, very popular. Yeah, I want to go out there myself. I'll take the train though. No planes, none of that. No. God wanted me to fly, he'd have gave me wings. When I said evil happened here, I meant endeavors, murdering indigenous people of the land. Oh yeah. Oh, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. So
Today, July the 25th, according to the 13 moon 28-day cycle, we are in what they call the day out of time. The day out of time is a concept that prepares us for this new galactic year. This new galactic year is connected to the red galactic moon. On this day, this is a day for reset, a day for forgiveness, a day for taking the time to ground yourself and to prepare yourself for the new year. This new year is connected to the red galactic moon. The red galactic moon is connected to purification, purity, flow, and remembrance. This upcoming year is going to be about us reconnecting with the universal waters. That means the lakes, the ponds, the streams, the rivers, the oceans, etc., etc. If you haven't taken the time to purify yourself, if you haven't taken the time to hydrate yourself, going into this new year, it is going to be important that we do just that. Also, take the time to disconnect from social media. Take the time to disconnect from debating so you can start to tap into your remembrance, because we are heading out of the space of learning and going into the space of remembering in this new cycle. And remember, the only way out is in. Peace.
That's not. Y'all just gotta remember that, man. Only way out is in. That inner light, kill all that darkness. You just trying to get to the light. Just give me the light. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Something really strange is happening with Blackboy Max. After a drastic change in his appearance, people began wondering if he was clip farming or coming out. He told his fans that he was now a diva and was going to embrace this energy.
Whoa, what that say? It say diva. Bro, that's real? No, yes. You think it's makeup or something? Let me ask you this before I make my assumption. What does diva mean to you? I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
This new look caught everyone by surprise, as just a year ago, he detailed his struggles with feeling the industry was trying to change him into someone he's not.
There's certain things we all have morals. That's too far, bro. bro, y'all can see, even though I was in Miami smacking my ass doing all kinds of crazy, bro, like, and they're seeing me on my hand. You should never, ever let go of your morals, ever. Bro, I'm not walking down Melrose in public with a diaper. So the fact that it feels like niggas sexualize me in a weird way that I'm not comfortable being sexualized.
While he once spoke out about this very thing, in the end, it seems like he gave into it, which makes everything that just happened at Streamer University all the worse. Recently, Blackboy Max went viral after another streamer, OJ, confronted him about his new appearance. He asked Blackboy what this whole diva thing was about, and when he attempted to give the same bad girl explanation, OJ shut him down. The man basically tried to tell him that playing with his sexuality to clip farm was a weird thing to do. He compared it to selling out, especially for someone like Blackboy Max, who claimed he didn't want to go down that route.
You a diva? Why you want to be a diva? You want to be a diva? So, man, you need holy oil, right? You need to sit down in the holy oil. You need to go get a church bath and cleanse your body, right? I think you are confused. I think you need some guidance. I think your parents feel a little way about that. I think you're clip farming and you're getting your clips. You pushing the persona. You smart. You loyal. I know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been at this. But you are not a diva. Diva's been over. I don't think you've been over. You're not the little boys in Clover. You're not Tota. You're not a diva. You are a grown man. Blackboy Max. Not Blackboy Batty. Not Blackboy R. Are you going to tell your son that you are a diva? Daddy, what's diva? Hey. That is an abomination, Max. I am not proud of you. I am proud of everything else you did. Nominations. Changing the game. Changing your skin to Batty Diva? Diva start with D. Diddy. What else? You know, it's like this, Max. You know, I could speak like this because after the clips go up and they don't like me, I don't use social media no more, so I can be a crackhead for life. When you keep pushing that barrier, Max, when you keep pushing that barrier, and time passes, what happens? What next? What's the next engagement? What's the next clip?
This is what they do. You see how he said, once the cameras and the lights go out, dude, he could go be a crackhead for life. That if he's saying that, he's saying that I could say whatever, nobody's going to care about it. Because they're going to hate me for what I'm doing right now, which is calling out the fact that you're over here acting like something, but really you aren't acting. You are doing it and then telling the other people that it's cool to be like this when you were forced upon it, you know? So it's what it is, man. It is what it is. I just don't want nobody to be forced. You know, so you choose that way, you choose that way. You good. But somebody had to pressure that. They apply pressure and you fold it like a lawn chair. I don't think it was really pressure. I just think you finally found a comfortable place to come out. You might as well just come out. You know, do what you do. Play. Stop playing. Stop playing. We know what you're doing. No, we see in the light, the shadows, the dark. We see everywhere. You know?
Morning, folks. Welcome, observers. It is Saturday, July 25th, 2026, and today we're going over two excellent studies, one on solar storm electric current induced in a Chinese power grid, and the other on how the global electric circuit can be understood and help teach. We are starting, as always, with the last 24 hours on our star, and boy, was it quiet. Dr. Tony Phillips' blog describes the sun as flatlining right now, and that is the perfect description. Solar flaring entirely absent, despite several sunspots. There are no significant eruptions to report, no equatorial coronal holes. All is calm in the solar wind and geomagnetic field. Here are those sunspots, several of them, bit of complexity as well, but nothing happening in terms of X-ray production at this time. FYI, the next Riger cycle uptick potential periods are in September and November. First in the articles today is a study of the solar storm currents sent into the Chinese power grids in the northern higher geomagnetic latitude region of the country. They found extreme surges with induced differentials nearing 300 amps. They have also identified the 6 stations in China likely to fail first during a major geomagnetic storm. Top story today is from an educational journal on teaching circuits. So the idea is to use the global electric circuit to double teach about the circuit and the Earth. This is perfect because the easiest way to understand what climate scientists refuse to admit about the sun is to see that ionospheric layers in the exosphere, thermosphere, and upper mesosphere act as a capacitor that charges up during solar events and then discharges down into the global electric circuit flows that touch every inch of the atmosphere. If they went a step further and looked at the atmospheric capacitor, they could get earthquakes and human health impacts into the lesson as well, but that's probably pretty ambitious. Most important thing for us to know is that during the peak of the ongoing magnetic pole shift, that capacitor and especially the discharges are going to become pretty extreme. Folks, today is the climate event here at Observer Ranch, and next month we head out on the road. We hit a different city each month. We have special guests and in-person breakdowns of every key facet of the ongoing geomagnetic changes on Earth and what you need to do about it. Links to all the events are found below. We'll do this all again tomorrow.
So yeah, why are folks saying that 7 Midwestern states are about to have an imminent earthquake of magnitude 8 or more that would devastate the entire region, especially St. Louis? Well, I'll tell you where it came from. In New Madrid in 1811 and 1812, December through February, there were 3 or 4 subsequent earthquakes of nearly magnitude 8. They were devastating at the time. And there is a fault line that is unbelievably deep and unbelievably long that is basically running from northeastern Arkansas into southeastern sections of Missouri. And eventually, this fault line is once again going to produce a devastating earthquake of 8 or even stronger. However, when I say eventually, I don't mean in the near future. In fact, the reason everyone's talking about it now is because the National Guard is smartly doing exercises, and just recently did, in St. Louis to, of course,
No, it still is possible, man. We on fault lines, bro. If you ain't gonna see it, you gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. Let's keep going. All because it's done, y'all. All because it's done. hmm It's a little simple like that, you know what I'm saying? The R no is if the moon and the sun are as far away as they say, they must be super huge. So we can see the well, I look at it like this. If you could see key details on the moon when it's in the sky that you wouldn't when it's further away, you know what I'm saying? It tells you that it's closer than it appears because we live in an enclosed system. You know what I'm saying? Like what goes up comes down. That's physics. Water contained always finds its level. And water can only be contained. It can never hold the surface of a ball. But, hey,
So I know y'all done seen the Rashad Jamal letters. I told y'all in my video. I told y'all his wife is the one that set him up. I said I was speculating at the time because whenever I don't have full weight of my information, I will tell y'all that I'm speculating. But this time I was not speculating, bro. His wife was an agent. His wife set him up. Y'all need to go read them letters. I'm gonna post them on my account also, so be looking for those if you need them. And then we had people switch up. I know you saw, what was it, Real Chosen, and then whoever the other dude was sitting with 607, watching, you know what I mean, watching the documentary. Those are agents, bro. Those are agents. He actually, 607 Unc replied to my Rashad Jamal video. I didn't even reply to him. I used to respect bro for a little minute, because I thought he was really tapped in. I thought he was one of us. But I be forgetting that you can't do that. You can't trust people out here in this world. So with that message being said, free to God, bro. Peace reflection to all y'all. I shade to all y'all. And that man wife set him up, and I knew that shit. I knew that shit. This is what I'm trying to sell y'all, bro. They send people in your life that are going to be watching over you just to make sure you don't make it to a certain wave. And if you still make it to that wave, even with that, they had that person that was so close to you, they used them to set you up and throw falsified like lies and stuff on your name. Just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They even get you before you shine because of your name. They get you before you shine. To defame anything. You know what I'm saying? 607 strange full stop. Yeah. I don't think he is what they think he is, because he definitely some kind of op due smoking crack or some shit. That even every family has one or more out to cause. So yeah, that's the thing. When you're a prophet, you have to go by yourself. Because even look at what Jesus had 13. It was 13. You know what I'm saying? Altogether, they were 13. He had 12 disciples. One of them niggas turned bad on him, sold him out with some jewels and some coins. You know what I'm saying? All for the profit. Didn't even need it. Didn't even need it. Sold his ass out. But hey, you know that story already. Keep moving.
Do you know the system forces people to be poor? It forces people into poverty, especially if you go on disability or you need medical done. Medical is so expensive that you have no choice but to be poor so that you can get your health taken care of. After you reach a certain threshold of assets, they turn you off and deny you. So why are so many people in the U.S. poor? They're forced to be. It's because of the system that makes them to be. There hasn't been an increase for people on disability for the amount of assets or income they're allowed to take in over 2 decades. Well, inflation has rose massively in these years, not keeping up. It's no wonder that people are struggling to get by and struggling to survive. You don't understand the threshold that it takes to get out of poverty to be able to take care of those things. You need a massive increase from where you're at poverty level to a point where you can actually afford these things. And not a lot of people can reach that. Which is why if I were president, I would write up documentation to change that, to increase the asset limits, to raise our poverty level up. But instead, it's being brought down even further by those in government currently.
Yeah, DJ said she was gonna get him. I'm hoping it'll be good. She need to post it on her channel so we can watch it. You know what I mean?
First of all, you ought to stay away from these Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
You said stay away from the Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers dancing all on the motherfucking stage and shit. They want your ass. You call them astronauts. So be very afraid.
You really ain't built for the game.
Or something.
Something like that.
Don't be trying to be famous or you gonna run into a motherfucker like that.
But he literally just said.
Mm, mm, mm. This nigga been telling us. And he ain't scared of the nigga. You see that? You see that? Don't let no diddy bopping motherfucker come into your life. I gotta play that again, y'all. We gotta play that again. Get him, Wayne.
First of all, you ought to stay away from these diddy bopping motherfuckers.
He said stay away from the Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers dancing all on motherfucking stage and shit. They want your ass. Call them astronauts. So be very afraid.
You really ain't built for the game.
Or something.
Something like that.
Don't be trying to be famous or you gonna run into a motherfucker like that.
What? He literally just said.
So don't be trying to be famous. I don't want to be famous. I want to be well, healthy. Shit, I just want to live too. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me. I ain't fucking up with nobody.
They were mad because he was with a white woman. Because they know what they did to black women when we were the Indians, the Cherokee and the Chickasaw and the One Ida tribe, right? So Avatar's about that. So look, yes, Pocahontas married an English tobacco planter, right? So look, Jamestown, Virginia, this marriage helped secure the peace of Pocahontas' 8-year period of peace between the Jamestown settlers, her father, and Chief Powhatan. She was given a Christian name, Rebecca, and converted to Christianity, a black woman, right? So look at all the black women chiefs that end up doing the same thing that she did, and that's how they took over the territory. They wanted more land and power. So look, Nancy Ward, right? She married Brian Ward, an Irishman, and had a daughter, right? Elizabeth Pack, she married John Martin, a European who eventually became Chief of Justice, Cherokee Supreme Court. Suzanne Emery, she did the same thing. All right, they released a quarter called Wilma Mankiller, right? Honors the first female chief of the Cherokee Nation. The quarter is Mankiller on it. In 2022 parallel, they letting us know how they took us over, y'all. They letting us know. Get the women, integrate, take over territories, then wipe the
No
women
white
out.
could ever rape a slave woman. The regulations of law as to the white race on the subject of sexual intercourse do not and cannot, for obvious reasons, apply to slaves. Their intercourse is promiscuous. We've now justified raping black women because they can't be raped. We aren't raping them. They're promiscuous.
Yeah, so they were promiscuous. They had power. They wanted guns. They wanted more territory. Louisiana Purchase is all about that, right? The Indians and the Cherokee, they were powerful. And the One-Nighter tribe, they were powerful. Okay, they didn't start raping black women until the Civil War, because then it was time to do the karma started coming back, right? Black women were obsessed with what? The way they look. She's wearing makeup.
These become important instruments that you look at. And I want to give you some statistics as it relates to American history. By the mid-1800s, there was over 600,000 mixed race children born. 600,000. How many?
So look, it only takes 2 generations for a child to turn white, and only black women can do that. Got blue eyes and everything. Drake mix, right? So when Avatar, look, their hair started to change. They were turning the race what? That's how they grew the population in the Cherokee. They couldn't bring women from Europe.
Inseparable from our kids. Tinitiri, he would always be alien. One of them. Took a few years to get the language through my thick skull. But now when I hear it, might as well be English.
How many of you know what miscegenation is? Miscegenation is an illegal marriage between people of different races. Actually, it's very profound here. That was illegal to marry someone of another race. So when you consider the fact that one of the greatest issues and one of the #1 reasons why black men were lynched, beaten, and imprisoned had to do with the fear that they were going to rape whom? White.
What Facebook? Hold on, what happened? Yeah, because the indigenous females held all their wealth and families. Yeah. But the man controlled it. So this is the thing. We have to wonder about how to get these land rights, how to get your indigenous rights back. Because I don't think it's as easy, simple, easy as they think it is. You know, and I think you lose a lot in the face of it. But you gain so much independence, I should say. But they'll fuck with you even more. That's the problem. They will. Hey, we got time.
First of all, you ought to stay away from these diddy bopping motherfuckers.
He said stay away from the Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers dancing all on the motherfucking stage and shit. They want your ass. Call them astronauts. So be a
Did you guys see what Trump just announced and what Trump did during the White House Correspondents' Dinner, ladies and gentlemen? Did you see this?
We are all doing good together. That's why tonight, to show just how much I care about the press, and I want to save your ratings, I'm pleased to announce my intention to, and this is somewhat of a scoop, my intention to run for a fourth term as President of the United States. I will be doing that. I will be having an official. In fact, I think I have. Yeah. I won 3 times. Now I'm going to do it again. Thank you. I'm going to do it. Should be easy. I'm getting very good at running for president. No, I won 3 times. Did very well the second time, by the way. It's a rigged election, but we don't have to talk about it. You know, it's interesting when you come back and you do a good job like we did, and you don't care about it so much, but we do have to tighten up these elections because they really are in seriously bad shape. But
oh my God. So if you could, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say about that because he just trolled the media like that. He trolls the media like no tomorrow. And if you guys don't know, the White House Correspondents' Dinner has taken place because back in April, there was a shooter who basically was expecting a mass casualty event, but one of the brave Secret Service men actually ended up stopping it, and the whole Secret Service ended up getting in front of it. Trump actually wanted to do it again, but they ended up doing it tonight. And boy, oh boy, Trump did not hold back. He said he was going to hold back a little bit, but he didn't. Now, while this whole event was happening, and I'm going to show you some of the highlights because it was literally, it was stupid because the whole time it was just about Wolf Blitzer. Remember Wolf Blitzer? He was there at the other one. This time he was there today, and he was trying to humiliate Trump the whole night. He was basically presenting awards, and he was presenting awards mostly to these Democrat operatives that work in the media. And a lot of these awards were about Epstein, Trump, and investigations to Trump. He was basically saying how Trump wanted to stop the media, but yet Trump literally wanted to do the White House Correspondents' Dinner still after the shooting. He ended up having it today again. Now, before I show you something else, let me actually go to another Trump classic highlight already. I'm going to set for you the table of what this night was for the Democrats.
But this place is really the largest group of Trump derangement syndrome people ever put together at one time, I suspect. Some of you are lucky that our last dinner was cut short because I had brought with me what would possibly have been, I'm telling you, I had...
Hey, for some reason, his left hand looks like his strong hand. Because it looked like it was holding his ass up on that podium. But hey, them elections was rigged. He knows. Huh? I don't know about voting. I don't do that. Yeah, fuck that shit.
They're just joking. And what if the joke, this was a little too harsh? That's where I apologize. But my intent wasn't bad. That's why I can't feel bad. And my thing is, if I didn't directly say something to the community, And I just said, boy, I didn't know. This is correct.
It's like Rod was saying, bro. You grew up in the inner city. Anybody gonna get on you, roast you, talk to you about this shit, question you. Hey, what the fuck? Like, come on, let's not. Everybody trying to push this. Oh, you're homophobic, and let's all be. Yeah, it is. Like Max said, one love, but at the same time, like your man wanted to holler you about something. But the thing about it is, this was still a conversation that could be had off camera because you knew this shit was gonna get clipped. Now you making response videos. It's like everything looked premeditated. I don't give a what this nigga do. Now, with all his influence, I think he on some bullshit to be doing this with all his influence, asking why men can't twerk and all this shit. He knows what he's doing, right? And I feel like you know what he's doing too. That's why you were saying he's smart, he's loyal, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's like, who gives a fuck, right? He wouldn't give a fuck about me saying some shit, but if you his partner, you feel me, and you getting up on him, he thinking he cool with you, but at the same time, nigga ain't have to cry like a little diva.
Yeah, he ain't have to cry like he got his feelings hurt, nigga. If you got your feelings hurt, man, no, nigga, you go to church. Motherfucker might gotta get some medication. You know what I'm saying? It's called testosterone. Cause you sound like you on that some estrogen, boy. Man, the fuck up. Let's get it.
So the first one we just spoke about, the emotional vampire. The second one is called a sanguinarian. Now, sanguinarians do have the legal right in the state of Louisiana to consume human blood. Now, it is done in a consensual fashion. All testing is done prior to any bloodletting. But there's a group here in New Orleans called NOVA, the New Orleans Vampire Association. And they get together and share blood with one another. Probably about 350 to 500 members of this organization here in town. Now, this organization was founded by a woman by the name of Marita Voivod Crandall. Now, Marita Crandall states
Maria Brinewood Crack. That's weird. But it's true.
On Earth. Today, the U.S. Justice Department will release 3 million pages, 180,000 images, 2,000 videos from Jeffrey Epstein. So maybe the file was sitting on her desk. I don't know, man. Here's Todd Blanche. He's the Deputy Attorney General. Just quickly summarizing this.
Around him. Today we are producing more than 3 million pages.
It's a lot.
Including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
Okay.
In total, that means that the department produced approximately 3.5 million pages in compliance with the Act. Just a quick note about the videos and images. The 2,000 videos and 180,000 images are not all videos and images taken by Mr. Epstein or someone around him. They include large quantities of commercial pornography.
So we've heard this before, that a lot of, there's a lot of adult content in here. Some of it is just saved adult content that doesn't have anything to do with Epstein or his island. But some of it is already bringing down the careers of the most powerful and richest people on Earth. So here it is. It's actually happening. DOJ released 3 million Epstein files today, but only one woman's face will be shown. That would be Ghislaine Maxwell. Everything else will be.
All right. See you in a second, Margaret.
Magic, you are not able to say them because you don't know them. So this is what the Philosopher's Stone is. The Philosopher's Stone, and it's 9 of them. All right, they got them scattered out. All right, it's 3 of them that's here on this realm, and the other 6 is scattered on different realms. It wasn't like that originally. All 9 Philosopher's Stones was right here on Atlantis. All right, but when the war broke out and we fell in frequency, they were able to steal 3. And to make sure that they didn't get the other 6, they were scattered out. So kind of think of Thanos. This is where Thanos comes from in Avengers when they talk about him having to trying to get all of the stones, right? He trying to get all the stones, right, in his glove. And he only needed 6, but in real life it's 9. Okay? That and Dragon Ball Z, all this comes from the Philosopher's Stone, which is the real thing. Now, within these stones, when you grasp them, right, within them, it's the exact electrical codes, the exact vibratory clicks and sounds that are needed to be said within using only the esophagus to create what you need to create. Now, this is what the Vatican and Queen Elizabeth uses to do their little forms of magic. They're using the 3 little philosopher's stones they have, and when every time they use one, they need us to do it. Okay, so this is what Hollywood was all about. All right, but you have to understand that when we want to figure out, because this is one thing to know, yeah, we know we gods and goddesses and all of that, but it's like, okay, well, we gods and goddesses, why the fuck they control everything, right? That's the question you should ask yourself. And this is where magic comes in at. Why can't we get along, y'all? Magic, you know what I'm saying, being used on us. Why is it that no matter, we can sit here right here on in this lecture and talk all day, this good talk about how now we rise and this is our planet, this is our land, but then yet motherfuckers will get off this live and go to sleep and be content and won't make a change or nothing, right? We be lazy, right? Magic, right? Magic. Now, one must have, this is where science come in at. You must truly, I'm going to repeat it because you must truly understand what magic is. It does me no good to go into a full lecture about light magic versus dark magic without drilling into your soul exactly what magic is. You have to get away from your mind and your soul and, oh, magic is just, ta-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they show you that, you know, but what you never thought about is,
shit, the words we speak is the magic. We're casting spells as we speak. We use these words that they taught us to understand how another person feels. That's magic. You know what I'm saying? And understanding, but mostly magic. But we building, y'all. Build. Don't build it. It's on land. You know what I'm saying? Not saying. Let's get it.
What's going on, everybody? I'm a former flock safety field tech. Here on the scene of the very first license plate reader I installed as a field tech for flock safety. You might be asking yourself, why am I standing in front of this camera? I posted a video recently kind of just going over the process of how we installed these things, and the video blew up. It got over 1 million views on TikTok. I wasn't expecting it. I was just expecting to educate my followers. It ended up reaching a whole lot of people. 1.3 million on TikTok, 300,000 on Instagram. I got over 10,000 new followers between platforms. It's insane. I never had a social media account with over 1,000 followers. Besides the point, I wanted to clarify a couple things. I want an 8mm, a 13mm, and a T25 or a T30 Torx bit. It kind of depends on who put the camera together. We're going to theoretically take one of these cameras down. What you would want to do is start by taking down the camera itself, which is this unit up here. That's the 8mm or 5/16 and Freedom units. You want to get that camera taken down. You want to cut the cable as fast as possible. The solar panel itself is held on by 8 set screws. Okay, to remove the solar panel, you have to loosen 4 of those set screws. Now that's 13mm. When you cut the cable, they're going to get a notification that you've been tampering with the camera. What you want to do is get this camera off the pole as soon as possible and start making your way back to your vehicle. You want to get back to your car, and as you're walking towards the car, take that Torx bit on that same impactor drill, whatever you were using, put that T25 or T30 Torx bit on, and as you're leaving the scene, start unscrewing the camera housing. So by the time you get to your car, you can pull the battery back up out and it can no longer track your location. The moment you cut that cable, they're going to dispatch police to your location. So you want to flee the scene quickly, and as you're fleeing the scene, start taking that camera apart so you can get that battery backup out. Don't throw the battery backup out because they could be used for tons of things. I've heard of people using them for remote-controlled cars, remote-controlled planes, and different hobbies, even using them as a makeshift, power source for lights in their work vans. The solar panels you can get creative with. You can put them on your RV, you can put them on your work van, you can put them on your trailers, anything. You can use them to generate power to, charge your Milwaukee tools. You can get creative with the solar panels. A couple things to clarify about the pole. This one is not mounted legally. Garrett
This
Langley,
is
the
entertainment
CEO of the
purposes
company,
only.
said it himself. They're kind of
They'll
going
go out
based
there
on brute
doing this
force.
shit
They're trying to
just
install as many
law.
of these as possible, as fast as possible. And this is a good example. This is not safe. Not only is it not safe, it's not stable. I barely touched it, and look how much the thing is swaying. Okay, if a car hits this, it can decapitate a driver. The pole can be inserted through the vehicle. It's completely unsafe. What should be here should be a concrete slab, and this should be mounted to the slab using a breakaway plate so that if a car does hit it, the camera will just fall over and break away. It won't provide any resistance. Nothing can penetrate the vehicle and decapitate drivers and make a bloody scene. Now, why are they trying to brute force everything? They're brute forcing as many of these cameras, installing as many of these cameras as they humanly possibly can, because they're trying to IPO. What does that mean? They're trying to sell the company or become public. They want shareholders. Right now, if they get sued, Garrett Langley could be held responsible, but through the use of, LLCs and the way the business is structured, the business itself would have to pay for the lawsuit, and it would be detrimental to the company. They would probably foreclose or bankrupt. I mean, they would be done as a company if they were sued now. But if they get sued once they have shareholders after they IPO, any lawsuits, any big payments are paid out through shareholder, through shareholder profits. The company wouldn't necessarily be damaged by themselves. It would be detrimental if they were sued now. But the more cameras they have on paper, the more money they could sue for. So what they're doing is, like I said, they have private customers. There's a mosque, and the mosque is leasing this camera. Okay, the way it works is they pay for a year lease, and Flock maintains the camera. Anything that goes wrong with it, whatever, they maintain it. But you never own it. You just have a login. You have access. You can view what the camera records. Any plates that it picks up, anything that passes by and is recorded by the camera, you have access to. You have your own login. Now, this login, this access between private institutions can be shared. For instance, police departments lease a lot of Flock cameras. But between municipalities, they don't technically have a login. They only can log into the cameras that they lease, right? So let's say Skokie Police Department wants to access cameras in Morton Grove. They'd have to make a phone call and get, those videos sent over. But what they do is they share access. So Skokie can share access with Morton Grove, and they can just log into each other's cameras. And this is done on a worldwide, throughout the whole United States, every municipality. It's not just governments that are local to each other or police departments that are local to each other. And a lot of these private clients, like this mosque, for instance, they'll lease this camera and get it pulled up, but they have no idea that they are sharing accessibility to this camera with their local police department. So they purchased this as a lease, as a private business, as a mosque, so they could have their own login information, so they could protect their parking lot, see who's coming in and out, and if anything happens, they can obviously track the perpetrator, at least in this direction, because there's not one pointing in that direction. So they could log in to the camera, see who passed by, and pull up that information. But the local police department can also do the same thing through confusing language. When these private customers lease these cameras, they have no idea that it automatically opts into sharing accessibility with police departments. So anyone that has a private business or public business can get one of these cameras installed. All you need, let's say you own a mechanic shop, you have a physical location in a parking lot, you can get one of these pulled up. If you work at a police department, you guys have a budget for security, for surveillance, whatever the hell you want to call it, you can get these, put up in your city through a lease for the police department. Any private or public business can get a Flock camera through a lease.
Mm. Well, what the fuck is going on, right? Yeah, man, he full of them drugs and information. But it's up to you, whatever one you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for info. I don't want no drugs. No problem with that. Got a problem with that. I mean, shit, keep moving.
Anybody else notice that you can be 100% black, but you could never be 100% white? When I say black, I just mean Homo sapien. I just mean human. Black people, African people, are the only people in the world, in the entire world, that are 100% Homo sapiens, never mixed with any Neanderthal blood. This is the reason why if I take a DNA test, or any other white person does, they are going to have a percentage of African in them. Now, if an Asian person or a Native American person takes a DNA test, it could just say 100% Asian, 100% Native American. But that's because DNA tests only go back a couple thousand years, which means two things. White people were black 2,000 years ago. We were African, and it wasn't that fucking long ago. And two, that means 2,000 years ago, there were Asian people. There were Native American people. We can prove that. But if you go back tens of thousands of years, if you go back even further, even they will have the common ancestor, which is the African. This is why I believe white supremacy is fucking stupid. You're proud of something that could never be 100% achieved. There's no such thing as a 100% pure blood European. Everybody was mixed with Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA, except for black people. African people are the only true humans in this world.
You gotta stop saying African. We usually go by Asiatic or smart. It's on one of those. You know, it sounds better. Sounds rolls off. So.
New Rashad Jamal update. He just dropped a bombshell letter about his wife, talking about she a double agent. Y'all check this out. If you're not familiar with Rashad Jamal, he was a content creator on YouTube that was enlightening and teaching the world all kind of teachings. And he was awakening masses. And he was locked up on heinous charges. And after his lockup, his wife, she was supposed to be running the University of Cosmic Intelligence on YouTube. But allegedly, in these letters that he's claiming, that she shut down everything that he was trying to do behind bars. Now check these letters out. Now from these letters, I read through them. It ain't looking too good at all. And he left his signature on there too. So this is authentic. And everything is starting to add up because I remember a few months ago, she was on TikTok and we was on live or whatnot. And she was claiming that she had his back. Nah, but from the looks of these letters, the God ain't too happy in there right now. And he's stating in these letters that she made a phone call up there to the big house where he locked up at. And some things got shook up in his cell. And allegedly, they was looking for his cell phone. But they ended up finding some kind of weapon. And also, he's claiming in his letter that she done cut off his mother too and blocked her, so the mother don't have no access to nothing. And also, he's stating in these letters that he living in conditions. I'm talking about unlivable conditions while he's being locked up. And he's saying that he's locked up with violent criminals, and he's not even a violent criminal. He also claiming that she took all his money out, his life savings and everything, got all his social media accounts on lock, changed all the passwords and everything. And he asking the public to call the Eternal Fair so they can do an investigation because he feared for his life. The little documentary that they done made about him, and now this letter coming out, man, this is really looking really bad. But like we keep on saying, only the real gonna relate. For real, for real. If you know, you know. All I can do is just shake my head right now at all of these content creators, all of these so-called social media influencers that turned their backs on this man. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself right now. This video was made for entertainment purposes only. Please respect my disclaimer. Free the gods.
Mm. Mm, 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 mm. See, this is why I haven't been getting copyright strikes for his content, because you know what I'm saying. Since she don't have his shit how it's supposed to, he's not, you know what I'm saying, getting paid or monetized. So it's all free content right now. You know what I'm saying? She don't understand that shit because she a op. You know what I'm saying? But hey, hopefully he good. That's what's up, Boogie. Make sure you go see Crenshaw Boulevard.
Peace, love, and life, family. Ramu the Woke One signing in. Hey, I just got on here to address the situation about the Rashad Jamal little documentary that they made. Now, free the guy Rashad Jamal, because if you know, you know. Them folks been coming for us since day one. Every time we speak the truth, they always gonna assassinate your character. They always gonna come for you. Just remember that. So if you see what he was doing, he was waking the world up. How you think that this system is crashing right now? How you think everything is shifting right now? He played the big major part in this alignment right now. Y'all wouldn't even be where y'all at right now if it wasn't for him. Trust and believe me, all of these content creators making content and doing all of that and trying to share the information, that wasn't going on in 2017. That wasn't happening in 2019, 2020. When me and Rashad Jamal was on YouTube and we was waking y'all up with this back in 19, y'all thought we was crazy. But now y'all see, and it ain't no coincidence that they got this on a live stream public, you know, like the little Hollywood mainstream documentary. It ain't no coincidence. You feel me? Cause they gonna push that. That's the whole propaganda to make you realize and make you see something that you won't even supposed to see. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody perfect at the same time. Ain't nobody perfect. And never shoot the messenger. Just remember the message. That's all we saying. You feel me? He wasn't on no cult leader shit. He wasn't on no, you know what I mean, like they trying to portray him to be. Everybody got group followers. If you on TikTok, if you on YouTube, if you on Kick, if you on any Instagram, wherever you may be, you got a following. You got group chats. You got people that's following back and responding and everything like that. You got people that's tapping in. You know what I mean? So how could he be what they say he is? And then the evidence wasn't even there. The whole trail got threw off. He was in a sundown city. I mean, make it make sense. And then when you look at the numbers, 18 years, that's a 9. So that's a whole 9 right there. If you know, you know. Now, come on now. Come on now. We can't forget CoinTel. We can't forget none of that right now. Y'all overlooking the whole situation right now. And then you got these content creators that used to support him and blew up off of him. And now they turning their back on him, talking like he an agent or something. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. What is y'all really doing? Y'all out there chasing clout. That's what y'all doing. Y'all ain't trying to wake up nothing. Y'all ain't trying to heal nobody. You feel me? As soon as the truth is told, and then y'all go run with it, and then y'all try to pave it out the same way that the conquerors did. Same way. Take the energy, take the information and run with it and destroy it. And then destroy our people at the same damn time. Same shit. Same shit. Same shit. Why that man up in there suffering right now and his wife being accused of all kind of shit. Come on, he away from his children and everything. Come on now. Come on now. For the truth. I know the truth is more disturbing than a lie. I know it is. So when you got these big corporations and these big platform media like Showtime, HBO, Cinemax, Netflix, whoever it may be, making documentaries about you, best believe me, they coming. I don't know who needs to hear this message right now, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. Only the real gonna relate. Only the real gonna relate. The revolution will not be televised. Respect and sacrifice. Peace, love, and light.
Just remember, the revolution will not. The revolution will not be televised. It will not. But gangsters are everywhere. Saying, yeah, you right. You right. And the biggest gang is motherfucking police.
Look, y'all. Petty theft, shoplifting, failure to appeal for miscellaneous fees in court, driving with suspended license, all kind of miscellaneous petty crimes have now been exempt from release on your own recognizance. Now, they were smart the way they worded it, cashless bails, but what they really saying is all those minor infractions, shoplifting under 500, even when you violate your probation and failure to appear and shit like that, just anything that you could think of that people was able to go to court, go to jail for 2-3 days, 24 hours and get out. Trump making it where he extending your stay. You will not be able to get out again. This go for restraining order violations, verbal domestic disputes. Y'all, I could go down a list of how many charges y'all think is nothing. Because remember, you was able to get out so quick off this shit. But now
Trump, they made it to where you gonna have to sit 7, 8, 9 months behind shit that ain't nothing. And you know this aimed at minorities. So for all the people who been quarreling, getting into unnecessary disputes, feeling as if that ain't nothing, bitch, you can't even much fight no more. You better not have a simple fight, cause your ass gonna sit in court like you committed a hate.
But you fighting for your life. 'Cause you is. When they put that paper in front of you, tell you to sign it and shit, you go to that thing, man, that's your life. You signing your life. Don't sign shit. I don't consent. You know what I'm saying? Give me some motherfucking house arrest, bitch. Fuck you. I got a life. Fuck your life. I got a life. Yeah.
Feminine energy is the creator. That's where that's where your creativity comes from. To be creative in any form of anything you're doing, you have to tap into your feminine energy. When he right here, when he's shooting the video and he go home and he get to editing, he got to tap into his feminine energy. Anytime y'all being creative, that's your feminine energy. If you didn't know that. Now, masculine energy its job is to provide, enforce, and protect. So really, like think about waking up. Something that's basic, like I'm gonna wake up and go fix me something to eat. That's feminine energy that told your brain that. Now the masculine energy enforces and gets up and go do it. Right. You see what I'm saying? That's why you can't have the masculine and alpha. They go together.
Yes,
but
sir.
These our oppressors, they severed that. So that's why I don't respect no Cardi B's and no rappers or nobody that make it seem like niggas ain't shit or bitches ain't shit. Anybody promoting that independence, because nothing around you is everything in the universe, in the multiverse. There's 9 universes, 3 ultimates. Everything in the multiverse is interdependent. Feminine energy.
Interdependent. Yep, 77 ain't no joke. Yeah, I don't know who made the doc or where it's showing at. Just know it's out there. You know what I'm saying? Probably on like Hulu or I don't know. I don't even know. Can't say.
Here is some
Back
truth for you.
Absolutely wrong, but I want you to notice one thing: that Stop Asian Hate. You go. Okay, similar to Black Lives Matter, right? But what's different? There's no white opposition to Stop Asian Hate at all. You don't hear anything. If for the history of black people trying to stand up for each other, for the history of saying black is beautiful, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Well, wait a minute. But no, all lives. Stop Asian hate. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
one's saying
nobody's saying stop all hate.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Where
absolutely
is
right.
So it's like,
yeah, you're right.
I'm just going. This is a very teachable moment. We could learn something here. It's right in front of us right now. Stop Asian hate. I don't hear nothing. Nothing. Why are people so comfortable when black people say, stop killing us, stop? No. We have to chime in on your matters. Why is that? Is there a thing with this, you think you own us, or is it the fear of retribution for what you've done? Let's be honest. It's a teachable subject. It's a teachable time.
Yeah.
So I would like people to ask themselves, all the people who said, no, all lives matter, what are you saying? What was your first thought when they said stop Asian hate? What did you think? Did you go, of course, that's terrible for what's happening to Asians? But when you heard Black Lives Matter, what was your next thought? Wait a minute. Why would you dare oppose that?
Yeah.
Good question, Mike. Good question. Why anybody gotta say anything about what we say? Black lives matter. It's Black lives matter. It don't matter if all lives matter. Nigga, you killing us on purpose. Strictly us. We matter. So that really big deal seems like they really serious interested in him. Yeah. This the thing though, when they got interest in something like that, you know what I'm saying? It's usually because they either they gave him the worm, aka Brill. Um, you know that thing in the Matrix where they had to put it in his belly button and it went in there? Yeah. Um, or they clone him. And you could tell when they give him the real, because like I show speed, eyes swallowed up. And you could tell when they clone you. Kai Cenat cut his dreads off. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Even Jim Carrey cut his beard off. You know what I'm saying? He said if I cut my beard off, I'm a clone. Nobody remembers that, huh? I do. I do.
And what called morally compromising just for a viral clip is the very same thing as selling out. This is possibly the reason so many streamers keep doing this. They see the biggest in the game literally dressing like divas, and they think that this is what they gotta do to get views. Then you get the one guy who was willing to take things even further with the gag. That's where this is all going right now. So is seeing these people get confronted about this really a bad thing? You tell me. I honestly want to hear what you have to say. I understand it's all content, but you have to understand that it still influences the youth who watch it. Teens are really impressionable. They see these streamers like role models. They have so much power that they need to acknowledge and be responsible with. Streamers are who the kids are watching, and because of this, they're being molded by them. Now, after seeing all of this, you can understand why people feel like streamers are the worst kind of influence on the internet. It's sad because right now, everyone wants to be a streamer. Just last week, I was talking about the kids who...
And the truth is the matter. Yeah. Truth in the matter is, since everybody want to be a streamer, dude, it's the best time. But at the same time, it's the worst time because all these people are fucking up. All these people fucking up. I just hope people understand that you impressionable on this internet. You know what I'm saying? People see you as like, oh, he has a good idea. I like the way it's like it's a role model esque, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, this is just for entertainment purposes only. You guys know that. You know, we have to say this stuff because otherwise they take us down and everything. Yeah, see, I know I'm not the only one. And he said Diddy's in solitary because he got into a fight. He also got his room raided because he had a cell phone. So he was going into a program where he was going in for early release and everything, and then all that shit happened. Look at this stuff that ain't gonna tell you in the news. Be honest with you, because these people don't want you to know the facts. But me, I hear the shit through the grapevine, and through the grapevine, I get a lot of nine, a lot of nine. So hey, even more.
All I know is I was playing the satire of the judgmental Caribbean Uncle Clive. Was I playing the character when I told Silky he wasn't Woo? Was I playing the character when I told that girl I don't like her unborn baby? Was I playing the character when I told Kai he was ugly and threw fake money in his fucking face? Or am I just the old, lace, crippling man that's a demon? Was I playing the character when I told Duke in King 6-8 that I hate them for absolutely no reason? Oh, I'm just really the cuckolder. If it was Michael Blackson or Dave Chappelle, it would have been funny because the media understands the character that they play. But because the media doesn't know me or understand my character, I gotta be the side character, the background character, until I'm the main character. But what if I already feel like the main character? Now touch me, boy! I can't be the main because I don't have enough views yet. Why you was touching me? Fish?
So that's like the thought that everybody gotta have. Like, what do they look like, touch like, feel like?
She don't want to see what my ear feel like. She want to see what my... This whole entire year, my content has been about portraying the evil character of what social media is to others. What's wrong with playing the villain when everyone plays the saint? Isn't every streamer performing? Even the good ones like Yana. Even Yana told me she got tired of holding her tongue.
Hey man, they all really perform. I mean, I try not to put on too much of a character, but at the same time, it's hard because it's my character. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want people to just come up to me all cool and shit like, yo, like, hold on, you gotta introduce yourself. We ain't cool like that. I don't know. And then you come up like, yo, it's boo, boo, boo. I'm like, oh yeah. It's different. Yeah, I don't got enemies, but people shine and people take it out. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that. Trying to do anything for clout. Get it.
So all this time, Rashad Jamal was talking about the government, the FBI, the CIA, and various people taking him down. Shit, the whole damn time, as it appears that Rashad Jamal's wife, not only was she sleeping with somebody else, but shit, she had some other stuff that was going on. I honestly couldn't believe it because now Rashad Jamal's wife on Instagram, her name is Life of Simply Princess, which is crazy work because looking at her page on Instagram, once you visit the page, you will see that there's absolutely no post of Rashad Jamal. What the hell is going on with that? Now we've heard from Rashad Jamal, the letter's been dropped, the stuff what he said about Zakiya. This is a lesson right here within itself about watching them people that's close to you because his own wife was on some other shit. And as the letter pretty much proves, and it showed that Rashad pretty much knew the whole damn time what the fuck was going on. I don't
Yo,
know whether or
gotcha
not if
vibes
Rashad
in the
Jamal, if he knew
building.
Big
What it
Homie CC from
do?
them streets. You know,
Let's get
Rashad
it.
is from Chicago. I've heard this dude speak several times talking about Chicago as well. I don't know what the beef was about, but from the letter, as it appears that, you know, Big Homie CC basically done sent them people to get at Rashad Jamal. And that was the reason why Rashad Jamal had the shank in the first place, because he felt as if that his life was in danger. As far as Arcades is concerned, what I remember of him was that he was one of the largest Rashad Jamal supporters. I mean, he was making music, you know, within his lyrics, he was talking about Rashad Jamal. And I legit from the beginning felt as if that he, you know, in some way, form, or fashion, he actually looked up to Rashad Jamal. But the moment that Rashad Jamal got locked up, him and 5 other people attended Rashad Jamal's trial. And upon doing so, attending Rashad Jamal's trial, which is crazy as hell, you know, after all of that, then this dude got out here and was saying all this stuff about Rashad, about how violent that he was, and you shouldn't listen to him, you know, you shouldn't, you know, basically, you know, follow that level of movement. And I was thrown off by it because I legit thought that he was in support of Rashad. But it goes right back to what I said before in reference to the people that are closest to you. You got to watch them. Social media is some shit. I'm talking about it is some shit, because even this guy right here, Rail Chosen, he was a big supporter and very close to Rashad Jamal as it appeared on social media. So to hear him turn a new leaf now and be hanging out with 607 being that Rashad Jamal felt some kind of way about 607 and we learned that from the jail call that he made, and you know, him mentioning certain people, not just content creators, but to see Rail Chosen chilling with 607 man, boy, I'm trying to tell you, like, this is very weird to me, because I remember when Rail Chosen was rocking with Rashad Jamal and he was talking cash shit about Young Pharaoh. So to see him on a photo with Young Pharaoh, to see him in a video with Young Pharaoh, I just couldn't believe it, yo. Because I'm like, this is one of the people that rock with Rashad Jamal. And I know you all recall that beef that Rashad Jamal had with Young Pharaoh, you know, and all of the stuff that was said back and forth. Remember, Rashad Jamal made a song, about young Pharaoh's baby mother, Golden Beauty, when Rashad was hinting at that he could pull her. That is the shit that I'm talking about that I find to be strange as hell. But in 2026, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some even stranger stuff, man. Y'all make sure that y'all guard y'all modesty, and above all, make sure that you watch them people that are closest to you. That's the first thing that I noticed in the letter that Rashad Jamal wrote, and the breaking news now that should be going triple viral on social media, that Rashad Jamal basically said that Zakaya, that she's not his wife. Basically, he said, that is not my wife. That bitch is not my wife. And it's been proven throughout the letter that was written by Rashad Jamal, because as I got the information, I had to make sure that I cleared the picture up first just so that everybody could see it. But Rashad just basically said that that bitch ain't my wife. That's what Rashad Jamal said. And another thing, too, about the letter that Rashad Jamal wrote, he said that he not dealing with his sexuality. That was another thing that caught my attention. And then he also mentioned certain people like Phase 1, 607 and he also mentioned Big Homie CC. And what he said about Big Homie CC was that dude put a hit out on him, or he put a hit out on somebody, one or the damn other. It really got me sitting back thinking now on whether or not if Rashad Jamal's wife, if she was in contact with 607 Big Homie CC, the Phase 1 dude, and a few other people like RK's and Rail Chosen. And the reason I say that, because Rail Chosen and RK's, now they done switched up their whole stance when it come down to Rashad Jamal. Now Rashad Jamal is evil, he was aggressive, he taught violence and various other things. But I recall the first time I made a video about Rashad Jamal, they were all fully supportive of him and everything that he did, and they pretty much stood by Rashad Jamal. I think it's beyond fucked up when your wife is taking trips and spending your motherfucking money while that you locked up. Now, being that Rashad done been locked up, we know the charges. We don't even have to get into all of that. It's the situation with his wife right now that I'm addressing, because his wife took it to the TikTok app. And I remember when she went live and the stuff that she was saying during the live stream, and she made it seem as if that she really had Rashad Jamal's back. But throughout the letter, I see now that things are different, because she called to the prison stating that Rashad Jamal should be released. And when she did so, that's when correctional officers then rushed Rashad Jamal's cell. And they went there, and that's when they found a shank. They found a knife. So that's why Rashad Jamal is behind the glass right now. But there are several people that think that it could have been Rashad Jamal's wife. And her making that call to the prison was in order to get that phone that Rashad Jamal had in his cell taken. Once that phone would have been removed, she still would have been the sole possessor of the University of Cosmic Intelligence I Am Rashad Jamal page. So when people was questioning why the lesson stopped, why he's not, putting out any more lessons and it's not being uploaded to the YouTube channel that people went to for content about Rashad Jamal and all of the information that he was dropping, shit, man, his wife was already doing some other shit. That's why I think that the lesson slowed all the way the fuck down.
Shit, I guess we learned a lesson too. Like they said, not all skin folk is skin folk. And it be your blood to be your own man. Your own knife to stab you in the back. You know what I mean? Shit. Lessons learned. We live.
Check that man's hard drive. I just saw the video of Chris Hansen and Schlepp being in front of a studio audience and live streaming their experience of playing on Roblox, talking to predators, and their account got banned. Chris Hansen's account got banned on Roblox, but not the predators. In front of a live stream. So they were watching. The people at Roblox were watching what Chris Hansen was doing, and they banned his account instead. Check the CEO's hard drive.
Mm-hmm. Craziness. Crazy. baffling that these people will be the audacity to do this shit. Let's keep moving on.
Yo, I just want to come on here and use my platform that I have, man, to spread some light on a letter of one of the dudes I looked up to as far as like spiritual knowledge and stuff like that. Rashad Jamal, man. I made a repost. It's on my repost. A letter he wrote, and he trying to get it out, man. I don't see nobody with no big platform that's really pushing out that letter, bro, with the truth and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, tap into my repost. I'm pretty sure you can just type in Rashad Jamal letter. It's pretty recent, pretty current. I think it just came out a couple days ago or today or something like that. Y'all tap into that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the one to act like that man didn't put me on game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put him in the savior. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking up to him or anything like that, but I will acknowledge the fact that he opened a lot of doors for me spiritually, for me to, you know what I'm saying, pivot and do my own thing with it. So I want to use my platform to push out the fact that he just dropped a letter. It's in my repost. Or you can just type in Rashad Jamal letter, bro, and you read the whole, it's like 4 or 5 pages, bro. And I just want y'all to tap into that, man, because the way he got did, and them two dudes, actually it's a few dudes that use a platform to you know what I'm saying, say what they say and do what they do. I don't want to get into all that, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a letter that you can look up. He wrote the letter, man. Y'all go tap in, man, and spread the word, bro. Love.
But yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy work.
How much I can share, but they are watching my house now. You guys gotta quit. Guys, stop watching my house now.
Please, no. There's more to the story. If they get to me before I have a chance to release my hard drive, please.
I think he probably called for some just stuff to the video. Like people just looking for that clout, man. With that being said, though, I like to thank y'all for coming through, family, as y'all do.
I'm proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets.
First of all, you gotta stay away from these Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
He said stay away from the Diddy bopping motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers dancing all on the motherfucking stage and shit. They want your ass. You call them astronauts. So be very afraid.
You really ain't built for the game.
Or something.
Something like that.
Don't be trying to be famous. Like you gonna run into a motherfucker like that.
What? He literally just said.
Don't. Got to tell them no. You got to tell them no. And with that being said, y'all, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out tonight, staying with me, watching, helping me get these watch hours. Like I said, man, we at 390. We getting there, y'all. Getting there. 390. We entering these God numbers, y'all. Let's get it. Catch y'all on the next one. Y'all. Peace.
Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. But bitch, you done with life. Okay.
Hey, and nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of free. We're still the kids we used to be. I put my to see if I see you. And nothing hurts anymore. I feel kind of.
The real flex is how many lives you can positively impact. It's not about cars, clothes, or clout.
Influence means nothing if you're not helping somebody to grow. The legacy you leave won't be measured by what you had, but by who you helped. Real power